Hi guys, Nick O'Shea from O'Shea and Son Builders. We're here today with Josh Ramshaw from Southside Roofing, where we wanted to have a bit of a chat about all of the things roofing and making sure that we can keep water out of the homes. We've been working with Southside Roofing now for probably almost 10 years. It's a subcontractor that we trust very highly to work through all of our roofing needs, and even in moving now into a bit more of some of the modern cladding stuff as well. So thanks for being with us today, Josh.
No, you're right, mate. No worries.
So tell us a little bit about Southside.
We're a company that does mainly residential roofing. We don't really do much commercial, but we do cladding, wall cladding, gutters, gutter guard, every facet of roofing realistically that goes into a residential build.
Yep.
We do it for a long time. We don't use subcontractors, which is different to a lot of people. Everyone that works for us is an employee, and we get on site and have the ability to do it from start to finish in one go. Which sometimes helps with the flow of things and working with people on site where information doesn't get lost on the way through and stuff like that. You can get through finer details a lot more easily and get the end result that people are chasing.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, look, it pays off because, you know, especially when we start doing these more complex sort of styles and builds and different roof lines, you know, we sort of get together and have a good chat about the ways that we need to do it. And, you know, all the guys that are on site, they give us a call, they'll give me a call, or they'll give some of my leading hands a call and talk directly about ways that we can sort of get things fixed. So it's a really, really good team and the way that it works.
Yeah, well, you've got to have everyone on site, I think, to get the end result that you're chasing, or else it goes, you know, wayward of your plan. And having people on site that I can talk to remotely and then they can talk to you and we can get things sorted out and discussed to the way that we see it happening is always a benefit. Whereas I find with subcontractors, you'll use different people every time. And they're there to do a job and they'll do a job, but it's just that job for them. Whereas it's more than just getting that one roof done for us. It's building foundations and relationships and serving up quality to the customer.
Yeah, and that's awesome, and that's such a key thing for us as well. So tell us a little about, I guess, your main suppliers. Who do you use to get most of your materials from?
We use 95% of everything we do comes from Stramit. They're a local-based company that supplies with all BlueScope steel products. And we use another company called F&M Fabrications. They do a lot of our custom fabricated flashings. They do a lot with a lot of intricate stuff, I suppose. So everything, the bulk comes from Stramit. They supply our sheeting, cappings, everything like that, standard sort of stuff. And then once it gets into the more designer kind of stuff, we get a lot of that stuff fabricated from F&M. And we have a good relationship with them. They give us a good service, and so far the products don't let anyone down. Yeah,
it's amazing how quickly you can turn some of those products around. You know, like when we're on site, you know, you're there measuring up some of these intricate flashings that you know, that we need on some of these roofs. Particularly the stuff that's up high that no one really sees, but you need to be spot on. But you know, you'll measure it, and then within a day or two, these things are bent, shaped, ready to go on site. You know, for your guys to throw it in.
No, they work a 24-hour shift there, so they can do us deliveries same day, next day, within 48 hours. It all comes at a cost, but that's what you pay for what you get, sort of thing. So. You can go other places and you'll wait 2-3 days for something basic, whereas these people have the ability to get us what we need on time and keep the build going, or else the last thing we need to do is hold anyone else up on site and the building stops.
That's it. And like that, you know, there's some important things that not everyone, I guess, would think about is, you know, the cost of scaffolding that's up there, you know, and that's something that's so key in today's age is workplace health and safety, and having that edge protection or hang on scaffolding that's hanging on for you guys working, you know, that every day that's on site over what we've allowed for ends up costing more money. So having these mobs that can turn that stuff around pretty quick is pretty important.
Yeah, and as a sub-trade for us, having to go back to a site disjointedly is very costly.
True.
If we have the ability to get on a job, stay on that one job until it's finished before we go to another job, it doesn't always work out like that, but with these guys supporting us
Yeah.
around us, and the way that we've structured our business,
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times we have the ability to get in, get the job completed, and then move on. It's the process that's taken at the moment. We have the ability. We're the last people on our roofs, and we make sure everything's done. And the return of defects and stuff like that is definitely
Reduced,
being,
isn't it?
yeah,
for
reduced,
sure. For people designing their homes, new designs. What are some things that people need to look out for with roof shapes, roof designs, contemporary versus traditional? Tell us a little bit of what you think is a good roof design.
Well, a lot of people will go for the box gutter, parapet, flat roof look. A lot of those roofs come with complications.
Yep.
They hold water a lot more. They hold a lot of debris and stuff like that. If the homeowner's prepared to do a lot more maintenance and stuff on their roof, a lot of the issues could be avoided.
Yeah.
But we find a lot that we're going back to jobs where box gutters will just load up with leaves, sumps will be blocked and stuff, and it causes major issues. The roof is okay, but it damages everything else in the building. Whereas your more traditional hip and valley roofs these days, people are doing some pretty cool stuff with them.
Yep.
And a trim deck and standing seam, a lot of those square rib profiles are coming more into fashion on the pitch roofs.
Yep.
And with them, you have the ability, the gutters stay outside the house. Any issues, the worst case is you get an eaves affected or something like that.
Yeah.
These days, with the installation of gutter guard and everything like that, while the job's up, is definitely limiting, your problems.
Yeah, we're finding the certifiers now asking, requesting these Form 15, 16s for design of downpipes and water flow and all of that. So it's not just like, I don't want downpipes on the front of my house, so can you make sure that they're around the side?
Yeah.
You have to meet code.
That's right. Well, so we've got to meet certain standards. There's a lot of things that we've got to comply with and everything like that. So the design of the home is only one portion of the product that we serve. So a lot of time gets spent on compliance, checking compatibilities and stuff like that. Capacities is a huge thing. So we spend a lot of time with that, and then when the plans come through and they don't have what is required, we spend a fair bit of time working with people such as yourself and architects and everything to find a way to get it to meet the code, to have the right capacity for the roof area that it has, but still look like it is planned to be at the end of the day.
That's it, yeah. I guess like a big one's symmetry, making sure you can still get these downpipes in certain locations and make it look right, but it's just, people have just got to understand you got to get rid of the water.
That's
or
right,
it's just going to cause issues
dramas,
and flow, Some people just think a roof, let's put a lid on it, and that's it. But there's so many other areas, and particularly now when, with these traditional homes that we're finding that we're building more, the Hampton replicas, where we're having a lot more different roof shapes through it. You're going to have more areas where you're going to need more downpipes.
That's right, and a lot of these things, the gutters have been broken up. It's all sectional, I suppose. So on a traditional 4-hip house, you got gutter all the way around. You can sort of put your downpipe,
anywhere.
They work. Whereas when you've got a 2-metre piece of gutter, a 4-metre piece of gutter, you got to basically have somewhere for every individual section of roof area to discharge its water.
Yep. No, one thing I always sort of tell, all the boys that work with us is, if you ever think that you stop learning, then you're a fool. You're always learning in this, and you're always learning new ways to do things. And some of the young boys that work for us is, surprise us sometimes and show us some, why don't you do it like this? And you
can get caught being old and stubborn. And
that's right.
The best way,
So no, that's good, mate. Really good. We'll really appreciate the chat today and sort of covering some of the roof stuff and having taking the time to sort of sit with us and go through it. And thanks again for all of the continued support and work that we do together. And we can't wait to build more and more homes together, mate.
Cheers.
Good on you, bud. Cheers.